I'm here with Fabiano Caruana, who just won the game and became the sole leader of the tournament, if I'm not mistaken. Once again, Fabi, congratulations. You played today against your friend, Grigory Oparin, the person you know very well. You were working with him for so many years. And what was your mindset coming into this game?
Yeah, it was, of course, a lot of mixed feelings. And yeah, I wanted to play a normal game, but of course had to consider how to get something we've never checked before, more or less, or checked not so much. So I chose a rare line of the Italian to play knight c3 and a3. I saw that Alexenko is very often going for this plan. I think maybe mixed things up a bit, taking on c5 too early, and then it got quite original after ed5. But I thought I was like pressing slightly, and then he was spending a lot of time trying to find the right plan, but he ended up in a very bad endgame. And then I think I misplayed the endgame very badly, most likely. But eventually he made some final mistake. I don't know exactly where, because it's quite a subtle endgame. So it's like he has good drawing chances at some moment, maybe even it was equal. I was thinking he would go for b5 ideas. At some point I was quite happy he went for this maneuver of knight to g8, because then I get this very dangerous pass d-pawn. And then I wasn't sure if he was holding after that, but at least it looked very, very unpleasant.
For me, from, let's say, my perspective, it seemed like he got this ending with like kind of bad knight against the bishop, which looked bad, but then became, of course, better after you made some exchanges. But from my perspective, maybe I was taking it wrong. Like maybe you had a different idea. Like, did you feel that after you got there, you had good chances?
I thought more or less like I should be close to winning at the start of the endgame. That was my feeling. And clearly he went for it out of desperation, because if you put your knight on c8, it's already an extremely desperate measure. So I think b6 was definitely a mistake on his part. And to go for this endgame in general was not a good decision. So his feeling was that when I played c4, that it was a mistaken move. And I also feel kind of the same in hindsight, that probably c4 is a mistake. What I underestimated is that very often he sacrifices a pawn with b5. And then his knight from c8 goes from extreme passivity into b6, and it becomes quite a good piece. So this pawn sacrifice is very dynamic and actually gives him a lot of counterplay. That's what I kind of didn't see in advance. And then I realized that it's really difficult for me to implement my plan, because I always have to deal with this idea. So probably he was correct that c4 is a positional mistake. Yeah,
in the end you managed to win this game. Now you took the lead, and like the sole lead, and tomorrow you're going to play against Sam7. What do you think about him? You played him many times before. What do you think about this player?
Yeah, I find him a difficult opponent in general, because he's very strong. He has good openings. He calculates well. He has a lot of good qualities. So it's not like I have a huge score against him or anything. I think I have a very small plus, but it's more or less a balanced score. And I think he's a dangerous opponent. So I'm, also a lot of things have gone on. So I'm also a little bit divided emotionally, and so I'll try to kind of recover a bit and keep some energy for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, that's very important. Yes, to have some balance. Like now we actually reached the middle, 6 rounds to go, so 5 rounds still to go till the end of the tournament. Like, what exactly you mean by keeping the energy? Like, how will you try to keep it going? Let's say, so is it something like you have to survive until the free day, or what do you have in your mind?
Yeah, of course I want to get to another free day. It's actually good we have 2 in this event, because it's quite long, quite difficult. Everyone is tough. 11 rounds is quite a long way to go in general. And yeah, we've passed the halfway point. So I've noticed, like in the Olympiad, that I did lose my energy at nearing the end of the tournament, and that's what I hope to avoid here.
Yeah, good point. Thank you so much, Fabio. All the best of luck for the rest of the tournament, and see you next days. We'll go back to the studio.
Thank you, Anastasiya, as she caught up with that.